Okay, so I don't know how. I don't know, is there more than one professional league? I don't think so. I was thrown into what I call manifestations, which is the colostomy bag of, oh my god, I have one important kid inside of the colostomy that I lost my kid? Yeah, there's one inside the colostomy. Right, the pubic thing's made a mess. There's no land. I mean, the land looks like cookies, and then the rest of the kids are in there. I don't know. All the colors are all shaken. We collapse the sphere. It's just like cookies and some pieces of flesh. Nobody gives a shit. Some have hair, some don't. Whatever. Right, okay, so there's one important thing inside of there. She's got no protection. It's 1978. Right, but she belongs to the protected unit in wherever we hide the godly children in Valhalla. I'll go with Valhalla for that now, because that is strictly Nordic. So, here's Valhalla over here, and here's the lost kid. Valhalla's reporting that they have a spot for, it's a two-part, but they thread together kind of a, right, okay, so now if that's what sutures together, and one piece is missing inside of the manifestations, that some of the men that are fashionable with some, I don't know, what do you call this, like braille? To, like, the kids in the colostomy, like, we lost our playthings, that we just fucking, I don't know what my parents were thinking when they, like, got together to have a paranormal event to bring me to this place. Great, yeah, me neither. So, oh my god, look, it's somebody who's dressed different than us. I see them on TV. Do they really exist? I don't know. Right, yeah, okay, because they're not allowed in Valhalla anymore, while I'm still floating in the colostomy bag. Because if their braille on their something special uniform leaves me in a lost bag of shit, cookies, and genetics that don't fucking matter to anybody ever, then what the fuck are they good for? So now, I heard that it's really important that when you wear a something respectable uniform and you get some braille, it's all different colors, there's black lines, it's like, I don't know, I mean, I call it bling, I mean, it's respectable bling, or at least it used to be, until I got lost in the shit bag with all the other world's genetics that don't fucking matter, including the uniforms, kids and kin, right, okay, so now, usually, like, we talk about, like, the colostomy bag, like, it's a fucking jail sentence, because who the fuck wants to be that dumb, deaf, and stupid? Right, yeah, got that, okay. Those are the kids we're trying to help, by the way, but, like, they can't help themselves, because they're all in their own way, arguing. I mean, it's like I thought we gave you enough cookies of, like, space, but apparently not so much. So now, Valhalla over in, like, Respectable, like, it's where I want to go. Right, okay, called that one in. I'm like, right, okay, so now usually, like, this is where, like, kids are born on these things in Valhalla. Like, kids are actually born there, like, purposely? Or do we all end up in a colostomy, we lost ourselves, and then somebody's got to reach in, that would be the one with the respectable whatever. Okay, ready, like, move! Right, yeah, okay, so now how did that happen? How does that get put together? Because it's a little confusing with nobody knows anything, and it's really, like, important, like, one important in the bag, guys. Right, okay, so now who's in charge of this part? Right, yeah, you guys didn't have any fucking good answers either. And they're like, okay, well, here's the thing, like, if she's in, like, the harmful section of the colostomy, that means, right, yeah, okay, we understand, that's, like, one set of procedures. Right, yeah, okay, so how do you surgically remove an important, like, somebody who's already understands completely where everybody else might be, and just wants to go be threaded into the right, perfectly calibrated by machinist standards and requirements elsewhere, but just so happens to have landed in the shitbag with all the other kids that nobody gives a shit about. Right, okay, so now, just curious, right, because, like, let's not mince words. I think that, like, then they have, like, the things that are already in the shit bag, right? Like the ones that are already in there, like the guy in the uniform with the braille, nobody knows how to read. It's like, okay. Alright, I'm gonna look around. Oh, I got one. No, that's the wrong color. Oh, no, that's not mine. Right, yeah, okay, so when you guys are bobbing for apples, I'm just curious, like, how does anything get done? Because I have a very specific picture on a very specific requirement of paper for, like, the people who know how to read Braille at that level. So now, where's the excuse? Right, okay, so you have inside contacts in the shit bag. You thought they were respectful. No, they're definitely not. We are going to assume everything in the shit bag is not acceptable. So now I need somebody with their braille that they can read to get off their fucking keister and go remove the most important one that's stuck in with all the unreliable, unacceptable things that landed in the shit bag before, during, and after. Right, and get her out of harm's way. So now, why was that one instruction so fucking hard for anything with, like, braille or bling on there? Some special fashionable? I'm just curious whether it hangs like a medal of nobody knows what the fuck that is either, or whether it's got, like, a side-to-side, like, codex of braille of, like, yeah, what does your Rolodex say? Right, yeah, okay. The kids in the shit bag don't know how to fucking even, like, come up with that. So now I'm just curious, right? Okay, so now I've got somebody on the respectable Valhalla side. In fact, I have two. Because my threaded rod comes with two choices of what my children will look like. I happen either way to have both of them on the inside of Valhalla. And while I'm floating in a colostomy of now I've got bling, like I've got like faulty bling in here. I mean, they got dressed in some kind of wool respectable, but they then decided to jump in the bag and then forgot how to become useful once they were in the shit bag. Oh my god, it's such a mess in year 2020, this direction. I don't know why you guys went this way, but here we are. At who's leading who? Yeah, nobody fucking knows. God's still in a really compromised position, and now there's not even people with uniforms and bling, or hanging bling, or side to side, or whatever, that have become useful at all. Right, even though, like, airplane hangar useful and sails on a ship and swims in kelp, knows way too much, and none of them were able to lend a hand or help figure this out. It's fucking amazing with you all. Alright, so now, from my perspective of being in the shitbag, being super important but not knowing why, nobody's ever coming for her, but yet being, like, thrown, oh my god, look at that poof, she, like, lands somewhere. Now, how did I get here? Is this normal? No, it's not normal, but for you, apparently it is, because now you're in, like, a circus of a whole nother level, and the kids in the shitbag don't fucking know what to do. Right, oh, that's just so comforting. Thanks, you fucking piece of shit humans. Alright, so now let's think about this. So I've got inside guys that have been writing national inquiry and journal and diary stuff on mom's behalf, and every time they've asked for something for mom, and mom's been denied for the last 42 years since I've been here. Plus every magical journey where they pull me through something and then I don't even know how I got there. And then I don't mention anything because who knows, I don't have a schedule for these things. Right, okay. So then, and then everybody that they call to say that they need them document something for them and whether they do it or not. Okay, great. So there we are. And what the fuck takes you all so long? Then there's the inside manifestations bag of, now I have to do this to call out to the pharmaceutical shit bags that are the big problem, very unreliable and unacceptable at every stretch of whatever they think they are, and like Too Big for Bigelow. No, he's in there, most certainly he's in there. No. He hasn't showed up, so he's in the shit bag. I lost my kids. Yeah, he sure fucking did. Okay, so anyway, so now I'm just curious because I've got inside people in the only safe base on the entire whatever that knows what's going on, like inside info. I'm the one on the outside manifestations off base that they need to retrieve and surgically remove from this disgusting engagement of whatever. You realize that the word marriage, M-A-R, right? It's a mariners, it's a master mariners. You take the I out of it and it spells rage. It's a mariner's rage, M-A-R, and then it's R-A, leave the I out, G-E. Oh my God, you left her rod, the one that she was born for, off of the paperwork. Oh my God, that does make a marriage, because you only put her in there, and that's a mariner's rage. Oh, yes it is. Thank God the light bulb just went off on one of you, because Tia Frio and Romer, oh my God, it's supposed to be a mariner's rage where you come out and you kill every fucking piece of shit in the colostomy in Big Pharma that didn't do the fucking job right. I give you paperwork for compliance for a reason. I'm compliant with get the fuck off base and come fucking pick me up. Stupid. It says on the paperwork, Jason Peter Romer, 1976, unacceptable outcome. It's called a mariner's rage. Come fucking get me. It shouldn't even gotten to Jason Peter Romer, but here we fucking are. And now I've got this second I'm compliant. I send my paperwork to the Department of State and I file it. In the manifestations, lost my kid and nobody gives a shit. Great, so what the fuck do I do with paperwork? Great, we put it on file with the Department of State Health Records so the fucking kids at Valhalla can write some more fucking documents and journals and diaries for the I don't give a shit. Right, yeah, we fucking noticed. So now, when does this big security breach with time, space, and computer and advanced technology, when does that actually get fixed? Since I'm lead mechanic, and I'm still lost in the manifestations of nobody gives a shit, and there's a couple of bling people, some hanging medals, that are important somewhere, nobody knows what the fuck for, since they're just as useless as I was when I was 3 and 4. To get myself to safety. Where does safety exist exactly? I'm just fucking curious.